checklist is done. Engines warmed up. We're ready to go. Brewsterville traffic, Sonic 604 Charlie Mike, departing 36, Brewsterville. Alright, flaps are set. Kick back, extra rich. Track and center line. Throttle coming up. And engines on the green. No, visibility is kind of crappy today. AWAS was calling 10 mile. A lot of haze.
Traffic Center, 49 November Hotel, left downwind 26, starting.
Well, aside from a little bit of, I don't know, a little chop here and there, not a bad day. Just hazy. This overcast layer is starting to break up. We're getting close to a broken layer. It was reporting 2200 AGL. So it's still 1,000 feet above me. But it looks like we might get a little sun in a bit. That ought to help.
Jordan Travis, cover 49 November Hotel, left 836, Jordan.
It's cold out again today. Ground temperature was right around 32. And I'm showing a density altitude of 300.
Departing traffic, Discovery 4900 November Tail, final 36 short.
Field elevation is a little over 1,000. So we got some pretty cold, dense air on top of us. Well, nobody home at Liberty Landing, all buttoned up tight.
Cessna 36 uniform, turning left base for long final, runway 36, touch and go, Midwest.
Midwest traffic, Archer Lima Echoes, final 36, touch and go, Midwest.
Midwest National, Cessna 36 uniform is on final, runway 36, touch and go, Midwest.
Midwest traffic, Archer Lima Echo is turning left crosswind to left downwind for 36, touch and go, Midwest.
Midwest National Traffic, Sonic 604 Charlie Mike, 2 miles southeast, entering on a 45 for the upwind on 36, Midwest National.
Archer Lima Echo is left base final for 36, touch and go, Midwest.
Alright, I got the base traffic, and I got the landing, or departing traffic. Not sure, looks like he might be departing again. He's on the runway though.
Midwest traffic helicopter 2345 Papa, taking off taxiway Alpha parallel 18. I got that traffic right on final.
Midwest National Traffic, Sonics is on an upwind for 36, have the departing traffic in sight. I'll turn crosswind behind you.
Midwest National Traffic, Cessna 36 uniform is turning left crosswind. Going to depart the area to the southwest.
Midwest traffic, Archer Lima Echo is upwind behind the Cessna, about to turn left crosswind for 36 touch and go, Midwest.
Midwest National Traffic, Sonics on an upwind for 36. I'm going to extend my upwind and I'll turn crosswind after the Archer.
Midwest traffic helicopter T45 Papa, turning right crosswind with a departure out to the southeast.
Midwest National Traffic, Cessna 36 uniform is departing the area to the southwest, Midwest.
Midwest traffic, Archer Lima Echo is left downwind for 36 touch and go, Midwest.
Midwest National Sonics also left downwind for 36, number 2.
Traffic, Cessna 530, turning left, final, runway 21, full stop, over.
Midwest National Traffic, Sonics is going to depart the pattern to the southwest, Midwest National.
Midwest traffic, Archer Lima Echo, left base final, 36 touch and go, Midwest.
So I did a mag check, and on the right, I saw some roughness, like a cylinder was cutting in and out. Maybe one of the plugs is not firing correctly or consistently. So we're going to wrap up the flight and head on back to Roosterville and land. I'll have to pull the plugs on the right side. I have to check whether that's the front or back plugs. But on the right side, we'll pull that plug and figure out what the problem is. And there's that Cessna out in front of me. All right, I got Roosterville in sight. It's about 4 miles out in front of me. Roosterville traffic, Sonic 604, Charlie Mike, 3 miles east, full cross midfield for downwind 36, Roosterville.
Runner traffic, car 400, left down.
And Lee Summit area traffic, November 505 Lima Echo is 8 miles to the east, correction, 8 miles to the west at 2,000 feet, transitioning to the southeast. Lee Summit area traffic.
Air traffic, Lee Summit, November 346 Kilo is currently about 5 miles from the field at 2,800 feet. We're descending runway 36, Lee Summit.
And 46 Kilo, you say you're 5 miles to the south?
Affirm.
This is Eagle 5, Roger. I'll be searching for you guys. I'll be passing behind you.
46 Kilo, thank you. Garner traffic, Sub Aubrey, 400 November tail, left base, 26.
The Red Hills Hawk. Doing some sort of aerobatics. Brewsterville traffic, Sonics turning base 36, Brewsterville.
Garner traffic, Aubrey, 400 November tail, final, 26, start.
Alright, lined up with my dog leg. Speeds looks good, I'm right at 70. Got full flaps.
Lee Summit traffic, 346 Kilo, 2 mile final, runway 36 full south, Lee Summit.
Alright, so right now, my number 3 cylinder is showing a very low EGT in the 600s. So that's my best guess as to what cylinder is acting up. I'll download the EFIS data and go check the temps, but my assumption is that it's number 3. So Richer seems to be bringing up the temperature. Now I'm at 880. Well, the temperature is just climbing up. I'm lean. It's just hovering around 880. No real noticeable difference between the right and left now.
All right, so you saw the results of my mag check. I had some noticeable roughness, kind of a rolling vibration through the airplane. It was only on the one setting when I was on the right setting. So my first thought was bad plug, maybe a bad plug wire, something like that, something that's only affecting one ignition system. So when I landed back at Roosterville, I downloaded my EMS data out of my Dynon and brought it home. And then I uploaded that flight into Savvy Aviation. This is looking at the flight page on the website. I have an account. I dump all my data there and check out my flights. And this is the flight that I took. And so you'll see here, we've got the time scale. The 0 is when we started up the EFIS. That's when it started recording. And then this is engine start and some warm up, some taxi. You can see this green line here is the throttle. So started, warm up, maybe a little bit of taxi. And then this is probably the mag check I did. And then taxiing into position on the runway. And then the RPM start to increase. Well, here's my takeoff. That's me going to full takeoff power. And you'll see, if I put the cursor right there, RPM of 2,900. That's my takeoff. So taking off, climbing out, throttle back. So RPMs come down. And then you can see all these other lines here. Those are my EGT traces. They all come up. That's when I made my first lean, and I leaned down to 5.9, and that's where I flew the rest of the flight. So at 2,600, 2,700 RPM, 5.9 gallons per hour, and everything was going pretty good. You can see all the EGTs are pretty straight. They're all tracking nicely together. Same thing with the CHTs down below. And then right in here, you can see this section right in here. Right there, there's something going on. That's probably the mag check. So let me zoom in. Zoom in on this section here. Get the cursor out of the way. And then, again, the green squiggly trace is RPM as it kind of fluctuates a little bit as I'm flying along. And then right in here, you can see just below where my cursor is, right there, the top orange and dark maroon line, they take a little bit of a dip or an increase upwards. That's right where I did the first switch. So that's the first part of the mag check. And you can see same thing down here. This is the EGTs on the other cylinder, the colder cylinders, and they take a bit of a rise right there. I'm running on one ignition system. It's not running as efficiently, and my EGTs go up. That's the expected response. And then back to both, and they come back down. I'm going to zoom in a little bit tighter. Okay, so again, here's the rise right here. And then right here, see this purple line? Everything was fine. Purple line tracked, it rised up a little bit, started to come back down. And then right here, it drops off and plummets. So this is the number 4 EGT trace, and it's dropping. It's dropped about 200 degrees before it starts to come back. And that's probably when I switched back to both, and the other ignition system was firing that cylinder. So again, right here you can see was where the line starts to depart. My top 2 traces show a slight bump up. That's to be expected. And number 4 cylinder starts to get cold. And that's when I felt the roughness. So what we can draw the conclusion from this is whatever plug is being fired on the right setting in the number 4 cylinder is suspect. So that's where we're going to focus our efforts. We'll pull the cowling, we'll pull the number 4 plug in that right ignition system, and we'll look at it. And what I suspect to find is some carbon fouling or maybe some lead buildup. In the wintertime, I'd switched over to 100 low lead, and as you can see, I'm not leaning my engine out really, really lean, and so likely I've got some lead contamination on that electrode that's causing a misfire on that plug. Anyway, I'll do a follow-up video once I get to the bottom of it, and I'll post my results. I thought this was a good chance to see how you can use the automated tools that Savvy provides. You could do the same thing by looking at your data in another viewer or even in a raw data file like in an Excel or something like that. I like Savvy because it's easy and makes it real easy to graphically see this. Anyway, I hope this gives you some ideas on how you can troubleshoot your engine. Thanks.